Hey guys, I'm Deemzies from the Omnic Post. Today, I don't really have a scripted video. It is a bit of a sad day. Just as I was about to start my stream a few hours ago, we got the bad news that 1900 people will be losing their job at Xbox Gaming, and that most of them are actually working at Blizzard, which, of course, sucks. It always sucks. But when it happens to a company you're kind of close to, it sucks a little harder. In any case, what follows was my live reaction just as I started my stream, and I was reading out an article on The Verge that basically shared the news with the world that a lot of people were going to lose their job at the end of this day. Let's have a look. So just as I was about to start today's stream, well, just before I was about to start today's stream, I heard about the fact that there were going to be major layoffs at Microsoft Gaming. And I talked about this early this week because Riot also had some major layoffs. And I asked on stream, I asked a question. I wonder if Blizzard, Activision Blizzard, and Microsoft are going to be next. And sadly, there we go. The Verge just posted this article an hour ago, I think. Let me show you guys. And the headline says everything that we need to know. Microsoft lays off 1,900 Activision Blizzard and Xbox employees. And the subtitle is that the Blizzard president, Mike Yberra, who took over just as the whole kind of thing exploded in July 2020 with the scandal, and then a lot of people were fired. J. Allen Brack, who was the president at that point, was a different title even. It was CEO. I don't know. They changed the title. He stepped down, and then Mike Yberra and a lady whose name completely escapes me, I'm terribly sorry, took over. That lady stepped down because apparently they wouldn't give her the same wage that they gave Mike, even though Mike had also kind of stepped up to demand the same pay for her, but he stuck around. But now he's stepping down. Blizzard president Mike Yberra has also decided to leave, and Blizzard's survival game has been canceled. That survival game was announced 2 or 3 years ago. It was officially kind of shown off, I think, last year. I had hoped to see something about that game at BlizzCon this year, but yeah, I was kind of excited. It looked pretty good. A lot of people were very excited. It was, according to what I've heard, it was pretty far in development, and now they're kind of they're canning it, which is the same story we got at Riot, with the big difference that Mike Yberra decided to step down, which I don't know if that is the best idea. I didn't always agree with what Mike Yberra did, but I do think he has his heart in the right place. So he's a big Blizzard fan, so to speak. But let's read the rest of the article and dive in. It's normal when big giants merge together. It is. There is some crossover. There is some optimization. I don't think it happened as much with Bethesda, though. I don't know. It might be a combination of a lot of different things. But let's read the article, because I don't necessarily know any more details than what I've seen in the title up to now. I waited for the stream to start to do this. I had to prepare the stream. Let me read it out. Microsoft is laying off 1,900 employees at Activision Blizzard and Xbox this week. While Microsoft is primarily laying off roles at Activision Blizzard, some Xbox and ZeniMax employees will also be impacted by the cuts. So the focus of these layoffs are within Activision Blizzard, which you could tie into the fact that they just kind of bought everything, that they just kind of... I mean, I've said it in my previous videos that there were going to be roles like marketing and whatnot that were going to be centralized. But 1,900 is a lot of people, and the fact that they canceled the project tells me that it's not just that. But let's read on. The cuts work out to roughly 8% of the overall Microsoft gaming division that stands at a normal around 22,000 employees in total. The Verge has obtained an internal memo from Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer that confirms the layoffs. And this is the memo that he sent to everybody. It's been a little over 2 months since Activision Blizzard and King Teams joined Microsoft. As we move forward in 2024, the leadership of Microsoft Gaming and Activision Blizzard is committed to aligning on a strategy and an execution plan with a sustainable cost structure that will support the whole of our growing business. Together, we've set priorities, identified areas of overlap, and ensured that they were all aligned at the best opportunities for growth. So that is basically what I was talking about, and what the Robo is also pointing at. Like, we have two big companies merged together, one buys the other. There are going to be roles within that company that that could be centralized. and that's custom optimization. That is the business end to it. The human story is, of course, that people are losing their job because of this merger. As part of this process, we have made the painful decision to reduce the size of our gaming workforce by approximately 1,900 roles out of the 22,000 people on our team. The gaming leadership team and I are committed to navigating this process as thoughtfully as possible. The people who are directly impacted by these reductions have all played an important part in the success of Activision Blizzard, ZeniMax, and the Xbox team. So this is where he points out the fact that ZeniMax is also going to be impacted by this, and Xbox themselves. And they should be proud of everything that they've accomplished here. We're all grateful for all their creativity, the passion, and the dedication that they have brought to our games, our players, and our colleagues. We provide our full support to those who are impacted during the transition, including severance benefits informed by local employment laws. This part is just kind of we're going to do what we need to do. That is not. Yes, that's what you're going to do. You're going to do what you need to do. Those whose roles will be impacted will be notified, and we ask that you please treat your departing colleagues with respect and compassion that is consistent with our values. Looking ahead, we'll continue to invest in areas that will grow our business and support our strategies of bringing more games to more players around the world. Although this is a difficult moment for our team, I'm confident as ever in your ability to create and nurture the games, stories, and worlds that bring people together, Phil. So that is basically an email telling them, like, okay, we had to merger. There are some roles that are redundant. Let's cut some stuff. We don't need to optimize. But I guess that is not the full story. That is not the whole story. The article continues, alongside the layoffs, Blizzard president Mike Yberra has decided to leave the company. And I think that is part of the tweet. He also, let me go to his tweet. Mike Yberra sent a tweet like right after the article dropped. Well, let me pull up the tweet. And this is what he wrote. I want to thank everyone who is impacted today for their meaningful contributions to their teams, to Blizzard, and to players' lives. It's an incredible hard day, and my energy and support will be focused on all those amazing individuals impacted. This is in no way a reflection on all your amazing work. If there's anything I can help with, connections, recommendations, etc., DM me. To the Blizzard community, I also want to let you all know today is my last day at Blizzard. Leading Blizzard through an incredible... That is fast, man. He's just leaving immediately. So, yeah, this must have been... This definitely has been in the work for quite a long time, but his decision must have been made quite a while too. Because, I don't know. I don't think contractually he's even allowed to leave that sudden. I don't know. Might be because of the transition. That might have been a part of it. Leading Blizzard through an incredible time and being part of the team, shaping it for the future ahead, was an absolute honor. An absolute honor, by the way, not an absolute honor. Having already spent 20 years at Microsoft and with the acquisition of Activision Blizzard behind us, it's time for me to once again become Blizzard's biggest fan from the outside. That's what I meant. Like, he's always been a very big fan of Blizzard before anything else. So that he became the CEO or the president at least, was kind of incredible. To the incredible teams at Blizzard, thank you. Words cannot express how I feel about all of you. You're all amazing. Continue to do incredible things and keep Blizzard blue and praise at the forefront of every decision. To all of those impacted today, I'm always available to you and understand how challenging today's news is. My heart is with each and every one of you. Yeah, there's a lot of reactions from content creators, people that, like Mr. GM is a famous World of Warcraft creator, Tali, same. All these people with the blue check mark next to their name. Yeah, people that are, I think, really upset that he's leaving. Which I can understand. Because, like I said, a lot of us felt like he was the like when back in the day with the whole work going back to the office thing, you know, where people could no longer work from home as easily as they could before during the pandemic, where they were actually forced to come back to the office. That was a crap ass decision, and back in the day, I really kind of also spoke out on that, like this is useless. But anyways, I don't really think that was his full decision, his call. I think the hand of Bobby was still very heavy in that. And I think the hand of Bobby has been very heavy in everything that he did in the last few years. And maybe he was just tired of all that. This was the drop. I think it also is quite important. Like after Riot had to announce their news this week, one of the most common feedbacks I saw was that all the managers should also at least take a pay cut, or that some of the big names should leave because it was their decision that eventually landed up to people losing their job, which is an understandable reaction. Let me see what they wrote in the article. Has decided to leave the company. As many of you know, Mike previously spent more than 20 years at Microsoft. Now that he has seen the acquisition through as Blizzard president, he has decided to leave the company. I guess he already made that decision when they were all negotiating the merger between Activision Blizzard and Microsoft. And this was a quote from Microsoft's game content and studio president, Matt Booty, in an internal memo. Microsoft plans to name a new Blizzard president next week. Alan Adham, Blizzard's chief design officer, is also leaving the company. Ooh, damn. He is, as one of Blizzard's co-founders, Alan has had a broad impact on all of Blizzard games. His influence will be felt for years to come, both directly and indirectly, as Alan plans to continue mentoring young designers across the industry. Yeah, he was one of the originals. He was one of the founders of the company. I think he was one of the last people that from the OG team that was still there, because a few months ago, one of the other OGs, Sam, the art director, the one that actually did a lot of the art also for Warcraft and whatnot, he also left the company. The Blizzard's previously announced survival game has also been cancelled as part of these changes. But he says Microsoft will be shifting some of the people working on it and on several promising new projects Blizzard has in early stages of development. They're taking the people that were on that survival game and they're going to put them in other new projects. So that makes me think that it's not as much of a triage of projects as much as, they maybe did not want to kind of dive into that survival game landscape. They were not confident that they were going to make a big enough hit, that they were going to make enough difference. I wonder who they're going to make president. I'm going to be honest. Can I do a prediction? A wild guess? I don't know if you guys noticed it. Like, we've not seen or heard much from Jared Nurse on social media recently. He's been a little more less front and center. He did the video with the whole esports thing. I don't know. I know he's vice president already, and that they're really happy with the way he handles things. I wouldn't be super surprised if he gets promoted. I wouldn't be surprised. Let me just keep it at that. And Microsoft last announced big layoffs a year ago, affecting 10,000 employees. So yeah, in comparison, small maybe, but for Activision Blizzard, who is the most impacted by all this, 1,900 people is a lot of people. Yeah, that is. I'm going to be honest. That article is not telling us much. Like, yeah, we know that there's going to be a lot of people at Activision Blizzard, that they have a new president. I'm kind of curious, and I think that is what we're going to see. I saw some people that are following at Blizzard already react that they have no idea if they're kind of part of that whole thing, if they are indeed going to be part of those layoffs. So I don't think they have communicated to everybody yet. I think that internal memo was, I don't know if it was officially released or, because, let me see, the Verge has obtained. That usually means like someone at the company sent it to the Verge. So that is not the official way. I have to wait and see. But this is not good news. This is expected news. But Mike leaving is not something I expected. To be so many people, I did not expect that. The survival game, I knew that was an option, that could happen. Still sucks. But it sucks tremendously for all these people that are going to lose their job. 1,900 people are going to be unemployed in an industry that right now is kind of a turmoil, because a lot of these companies are doing the same thing. Luckily, there are also a lot of companies out there that are looking for people. The smaller companies, definitely, where, to be honest, I think a lot of interesting things are happening, and that might be more fun or more interesting to work. It kind of depends on what the roles will be. My guess is still that it is going to be mainly supporting roles that are going to get cut. It's not going to be the game developers themselves, the artists and whatnot. Those are not going to be people that are going to get fired in the first instance, especially now because you notice that they're putting people over from one project to the other. So, all right, well, I'll keep an eye on it. I'll keep you guys posted. But this was a bad day. Good luck to all the people that are involved in all of this. So that was my reaction this morning. At this point, we have not learned a lot more. Well, maybe apart from the fact that most of those people will be laid off at Blizzard. And that it is for a big part because they're merging two companies together. They also said in the first announcement that they would be putting the people that were working on the Survivor project on other projects. But I get the impression that a lot of people on that team lost their job today, which is in very stark contrast with what Phil Spencer said a few weeks ago, where they would be enabling all the developers. Now, that being said, this is not the first time that Blizzard has to scrap a project. They've done it before with StarCraft Ghost and with Project Titan, which ended up becoming Overwatch. However, I don't remember them firing as many people as they did today. We also kind of got the confirmation that Mike already decided on leaving quite a while ago. And according to Matt from Xbox, he's going to focus a little more on his personal life and his family. And other than that, everything that we've seen coming out from that side has been damage control, which can't take away the fact that so many people will lose their job over this weekend. And that a lot of those people are actually still waiting to learn if their job will still be there on Monday. I presume that most content creators will feel the way I feel today. I feel like it's a sad and a black day. No matter how big a content creator you are, if you start focusing on a certain company and a certain game, you do it because of the love for that game, for that company, and for the people behind that game. That relationship is there. And while I'm not one of those creators that is really close to the team just yet, individual members of the team have been very supportive to me in the last few months, in a very surprising way. So all of us are very worried about those people, and we hope the best for them. We have our fingers crossed. That's about all we can do right now. Now, if anything else should come up, if we learn anything more, I'll let you guys know. But for now, that was it. Guys, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Bye-bye.